Good evening. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video and hear my paper regarding the application, integration, and reflection document for our class. In today's world, every area of business has been affected by information technology. As we think about and remember how we conducted business in the past, it becomes clear that IT has changed the way we do business. Duck River Electric Membership Corporation is no different. We are a member-owned electrical cooperative. We were founded in 1936 to bring electric service to rural areas which were previously unserved by investor-owned utilities. Today, Duck River Electric has 167 employees. We serve 74,000 different locations, and we cover 6,100 line miles of service, which touches parts of 16 counties in Tennessee. We are governed by a board of directors. We have a headquarters office, which holds our CEO, the financial department, accounting department, our human resources, and payroll. Underneath our headquarters, we have 5 district offices. We have 3 satellite offices. And then each district office has an office manager, an operations supervisor, a field engineer, and a district office supervisor. The Shelbyville district office is located next to headquarters and houses our director of operations, engineering, district services, and member services. Then each district office has employees which include foremen, linemen, servicemen, and member service representatives. This information is given to show the amount of people and the different offices that our IT department supports with technology. It is obvious from the description of the business structure that the IT department has a great responsibility in the day-to-day operations of Duck River Electric. Our IT department falls underneath the operations group of Duck River Electric. Doug Snyder is the manager of this department. Mr. Snyder and I met on Tuesday, July 2nd, to discuss the IT department of Duck River Electric in comparison to the learning outcomes of our class, Management Information Systems. The focus of this project was so I could gain a better understanding of DREMC's IT department procedures in bringing new technology to the business to create value for the business, its employees, and our members. Mr. Snyder and I met in our Shelbyville District Conference Room. The discussion regarding the class learning outcomes moved into a discussion of a recent IT project where we were both part of the pilot program. This allowed me to apply our learning outcomes into a real business scenario. When Mr. Snyder came to Duck River Electric 17 years ago, the IT department looked very different from the IT department of today. At that time, only 2 employees had dial-up email. There was 1 file server and 3 personal computers. These PCs were utilized in the engineering department. All other computers were green screens. We did have a customer database provided by our vendor, SCDC. We used Access for reports and an Oracle database. The telephone system had inter-office connection within each district, but if you wanted to make a call to another district, it was usually made by making a long-distance telephone call. If an employee needed to call another district, they had to have an outside line. At that time, we had approximately 6 cell phones because they were very expensive. We had no tablets, of course. Our radio system was an ad hoc radio system provided by Middle Tennessee Two-Way. We had dial-up internet and a website hosted by a local vendor called Computer Cafe. This is where the DREMC IT department started. Now, the main business of Duck River Electric is summed up in our mission statement. We say this statement at the beginning of just about every meeting. The cooperative exists to deliver reliable electricity at the lowest possible cost, to promote economic development, and to enhance the quality of life for our members. This mission is kept in the forefront of every activity performed at Duck River Electric. This mission statement, in my opinion, helps to unify the enterprise and its strategy to conduct our business in a way that is best for the company and our members. In my opinion, Duck River Electric as a cooperative does not fall into the typical business IT scenario that is described in our textbook. Our textbook describes a struggle between the IT department and the business side of the company. This struggle arises as the two different entities with two different strategies attempt to work their independent strategies. The authors discuss how business and the IT department have been able to work apart from one another for many years, but as the IT and technology has crept into every part of business, it has become essential for the two to start to work together. What I gathered from my interview with Mr. Snyder was DREMC's technology department began as an integrated part of the overall business strategy of Duck River and through the years has remained such. The first topic we discussed was value. Our text states strategic positioning, increased productivity, improved decision making, cost savings, or improved service are all ways value could be defined. Each business defines value according to their priorities and their strategy. There are three components for realizing IT value. First, opportunities for the value must be realized. Secondly, the opportunity must be turned into a successful use of technology. And then lastly, the organization must realize the value. In discussing value with Mr. Snyder, he said the value that IT adds to our business is the ability to enable our business to do business. This is reflected in what the IT department measures for their goals and objectives. We measure the availability of the technology tools that IT provides. For instance, we measure the availability of the phone systems, email, network connectivity, network circuits between Shelbyville and each district, servers and mobile radios. We also measure network intrusions and phishing attempts. To keep these systems always available, a strong IT infrastructure must be in place. One of the strategies of our IT department is to maintain the IT infrastructure. Our IT department is responsible for monitoring and upkeeping the network and servers. This system is upgraded and or replaced every 4 to 6 years. Duck River has 3 physical servers with the use of VMware that allows us to set up a guest server on top of the VMware environment. These are monitored daily. The VMware allows the applications to move to another server by utilizing vMotion. If the one server has an issue or if one gets overcrowded, vMotion steps in and solves that problem. Snapshots are taken daily of all the servers and sent to a disaster recovery site. This allows disrupted or damaged systems to be instantaneously recovered. This saves time and money. This technology is used if a virus is found. We have the capability to restore from the day before the virus contaminated the system. The ability to maintain the infrastructure and keep IT risk at bay is another way the IT department of DREMC adds value to our business. McKean & Smith stated, "It is clear that the hardware, software, middleware, communications, and data available will affect an organization's capacity to build new capabilities and respond to change." The fact that Duck River's IT department has maintained a strong and up-to-date infrastructure has enabled the departments of DREMC to take advantage of new opportunities and technology as they have become available. Another way our IT has added value to our business is by eliminating redundant software and applications by using shared services. Shared services is defined as a single group within an organization manages the service. The service is offered to any organizational unit in need of the service, and the shared service is a single source provider. The nature of our business is best served by shared services. Our customer database, engineering job management system, our outage system are all applications with information which must be shared across the business. Another aspect of our IT strategy has been the decision to outsource our technology. Mr. Snyder explained that the IT department has never had the personnel to design our own unique IT functions. Our main vendor is SCDC, which designs technology specifically for the utility industry. SCDC was founded in 1976 by a group of electric cooperatives who wanted a single solution for their technology needs, such as data processing, IT, and operational needs. SCDC provides a product which supports customer service, billing, financial services, mobile workforce management, GIS and engineering, document imaging, interactive voice response, and work management. Their mission is to partner with utilities to create innovative solutions and services to meet technology needs. At this point, our conversation turned to how new technologies are brought to the table and how decisions are made regarding trying something new. Mr. Snyder explained that his ideas come from a variety of sources. One source is the yearly SCDC Users Conference, where SCDC introduces their new products. Another source is through the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association. They provide a discussion board for registered members of cooperative IT departments to share ideas and gain knowledge from one another. This service is called IT Listserv. Mr. Snyder uses this tool when investigating new software to gain the opinions of his colleagues who may have used the software. Another avenue of new ideas is through our business management. Management may have a business problem which needs a solution. IT will research what is available and bring back the possible solutions for discussion. History has proven that an IT idea prompted by upper management is usually accepted. One area where our business IT relationship is like what is described in our textbook is the hurdle of explaining IT cost. Mr. Snyder stated, depending on who you talk with, IT is a menacing cost driver. People do not understand what it takes to make our IT functions work. McKean and Smith state, the fact remains that most business executives still do not understand or appreciate the factors that contribute to the overall cost of IT. At budget time, as the IT managers, try to justify each expense, while business managers try to nickel and dime each expense category. Sometimes our tastes exceed our pocketbooks. Mr. Snyder did conclude that the IT department must submit a yearly budget and the department holds to the budget. The question was then posed by me, once software and applications are in place, who maintains them? Who decides if it's time to remove the software? The foundational piece to all software and applications is maintained by our IT department. One example Mr. Snyder gave was our company website. The IT department controls the infrastructure. A website vendor hosts the website, but the actual content information is determined by our member services department. Another piece of technology is our company intranet. The content for this is determined by our HR department. There are times when IT must collaborate with other departments for IT applications. There have been times when the decision was made to no longer use a certain piece of software. For example, at one time we had a program used by our engineering department to store all customer information for customers who had new construction jobs, and this project was named ACT. We then started using a job management program which allowed storage of the customer information along with all the information regarding the new construction job. It was decided then by IT upper management and our engineering department to discontinue using the ACT program. When ACT was discontinued, IT designed a way to store all the customer information to anyone, so anyone who wanted to integrate that information into the new jobs management would have it available, so no one lost their customer information. We then discussed portfolio management. Mr. Snyder stated whether the idea for new technology comes from a vendor, the IT department, or upper management, it is first considered based on how it benefits the overall organization. McKean and Smith state the portfolio management allows organizations to identify which applications to maintain, invest in, replace, or retire, and it can have significant impact on the selection of new business applications and the projects required to deliver them. This brings me to the discussion of the new business product that we recently implemented at DREMC. Here, at Duck River Electric, service orders are what controls any type of work that we do for our new or current members, such as disconnecting service, connecting service, checking a meter read, if they have a limb on their power line, Any problem that the customer has, we solve it by doing a service lead, which then goes to our service department and they go out and do the work. In the past, a member service representative would take a service order and print it on paper. The servicemen would go out in the morning with all the service orders that we had ready in the morning, and then they would work them. Then they might go to lunch, and then they'd come back after lunch and pick up the rest of the service leads that we had created that morning to do that afternoon. This was a very inefficient way to work service leads. The servicemen spent a lot of time driving and backtracking to complete that day's work. Many days the serviceman would say, "I just came from there and now I have to go back." So, that was a problem that we had. Several years ago, Mr. Snyder attended the SCDC Users Conference, and at this conference, SCDC presented a mobile workforce application which would allow the service order procedure of Duck River to become paperless. The service orders would be delivered throughout the day to the servicemen through laptop and through this software. Well, when Mr. Snyder first heard about the product, he was very interested in it, but he knew that a laptop would not survive long in a service truck. So he waited. He knew the time just wasn't right for Duck River to take advantage of that technology. Time passed and SCDC presented the mobile workforce which utilized iPads. So Mr. Snyder, along with the Director of District Services, decided to try mobile workforce. They selected 2 districts to work the pilot program for the mobile workforce. So my district in Deckard was one chosen to participate. The IT department, district services department, 2 district offices with their service crew, and the vendor collaborated to make a product that has added great value to our service lead process. First, the IT department had maintained our organization's infrastructure, so when the opportunity for this new application arose, they were able to bring the technology to the table. IT also budgeted for the application and the hardware necessary to make this work. Our district services department worked with the vendor to thoroughly communicate what we felt we needed and what we expected from the product. District services then clearly communicated all of this to the pilot program participants. The district offices utilized the hardware and software according to the directives of the vendor and the district services department. The technology was successful, and since the pilot program, mobile workforce has been utilized throughout all of Duck River. This one application has saved Duck River time and money. It has enabled us to better service our members with timely service. It's made our service order process more efficient. This is just one successful IT project. There are many more at Duck River Electric. Our text states, "It is the interaction of people, information, and technology that delivers value, not IT alone. It is only the combination of these IT practices with an organization's skills at managing information and people's behaviors and beliefs that lead to real value." I am happy to say that at Duck River Electric, we do have the cooperation required to add value to our company, not just with IT, but with the combination of IT, our organization skills, the way we manage information, and the way people behave and the way they're willing to take on new technology and try it and use it the way it's supposed to be used. This has made for great value at Duck River Electric. I hope you've enjoyed this paper. I have really enjoyed the class. I've enjoyed hearing your presentations and look forward to more classes with you. Thank you. Have a good night.